The data coming out of Mauna Loa is really the foundation for climate research and climate science around the world. So anytime you hear about someone talking about climate change, odds are they use data from the Mauna Loa Observatory. My name is Aidan Colton, and I'm an atmospheric technician here at the Mauna Loa Observatory. So the Mauna Loa Observatory is an atmospheric baseline monitoring station located at the 11,140 foot elevation on the southern slope of the Mauna Loa volcano. We focus on looking at anything in the atmosphere that can cause a forcing of our climate, so either a warming or a cooling. Mauna Loa Observatory was first founded in 1956. We started monitoring solar transmittance and ozone at that point in time, and then in 1957 we started monitoring continuous analysis of carbon dioxide in the air. So that is really what we're most known for, and that's our longest running record of CO2 anywhere in the world. The geographic location of Mauna Loa Observatory and Hawaii in general, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, surrounded by 2,000 miles of ocean in any direction, allows us to get really clean, well-mixed baseline air masses that travel here. So what we have is we have a 120-foot tower outside of this building where we are collecting and pulling air in from the top of that tower. It makes its way into the building, and then our instruments pick off the amount of air that they need and then run it through our different analyzers. So unfortunately, what we're seeing is many of the greenhouse gases that we're monitoring have increased over time. The main one that we're looking at is carbon dioxide. We first started monitoring it in 1956 when it was about 316 parts per million, and now it's at over 417 parts per million today. We have the analysis of carbon dioxide down to a science where we can actually trace through the isotopic ratios of carbon-12, carbon-13, carbon-14 where the CO2 is being released from. And what we're seeing is the majority of the CO2 that's being put into the atmosphere is from anthropogenic sources, mostly from our dependence on fossil fuels. The data that we're collecting at Mauna Loa Observatory is so important because these greenhouse gases and our CO2 record is really the foundation for the climate science and climate research and anything having to do with climate change going forward.